Hello, and welcome to another episode of the North Debater. My name is Aziz Frickerson, and I will be your host for today.
And my name is Thais Guaman, and I'll be your co-host.
This episode will focus on using the skills and talents that you develop and learn as a debater into transferable skills you can use in college and your future career. It's important to constantly prepare for your future ahead of you by utilizing the opportunities, spaces, and resources you encounter within any activity you participate in.
Today we're going to be talking to Ryan, and he goes to University High School. He is one of the top speakers in the entire country, and as well as the recent top speaker from the Tournament of Champions.
Before we get into our interview for today, let's go over some news that you may have missed.
Hi, I'm Taylor, and I'm welcoming to you What's Hot on the Block. We would like to dedicate this news segment to Roger Leone, the district's new superintendent. He taught middle school algebra, then became principal of Dr. William H. Horton School, and later University High School of the Humanities. For the past decade, he has been an assistant superintendent in the district. Now, Roger Leone has been chosen as new school chief, its first since the city regained control of its schools. A 25-year veteran of the district, Leone was one of the 4 finalists selected by the Superintendent Search Committee. Born in Newark, Leone attended Hawkins Street Elementary, graduated from Science Park High School, and he earned his bachelor's degree from Rutgers University in Biological Sciences before returning to Hawkins to teach. Leone has served as the assistant superintendent in the Newark Public Schools for 10 years. That's a whole decade, supervising the school leadership team of the high schools and a network of elementary schools. He served as the deputy chief academic officer in charge of curriculum, instruction, and student support services, and directed administration responsibilities district-wide. Let's give a huge congratulations to Roger Leone and all the academic achievements that he made as a new superintendent. And now, back to our show.
Okay, thank you for that, Taylor. And now we're back. And today we need to congratulate and welcome our guest, Ryan, from University High School. Hey, welcome to the show. Where are you originally from?
I was born and raised in Newark, New Jersey. My parents are from Guyana. They're from Guyana.
So you went to the TOC. So how was it like going there, and can you explain to us what that is?
So the TOC was nerve-wracking because it's one of the biggest tournaments in the entire season. The TOC is a tournament that you have to qualify for. So you have to gain a bid, which is placed in random places in elimination rounds of certain tournaments. And once you get at least 2 bids, you're able to qualify to the Tournament of Champions.
Why do you do debate? Is it more for the competition or as a college resume booster?
I view debate as a microcosm of the world. So I think that you can create change in, those rooms that you debate in, while it not being a part of the larger world. I think that it can be a place in which you have a platform to create change.
So do you think that a debate would take you somewhere, and like in the future would you like coach or judge for like high level?
Yeah, I think debate is a good place to foster education and to cultivate minds as to how we can take certain perspectives of the world and how we can use that in different areas to create change.
What motivates you to continue to invest your time and energy and effort into debate and getting better at it?
I think the people around me make me want to stay in debate because I've been around people who take debate very seriously while also making sure that people in the activity are continuing to be their best selves. So I think that being with those people make me want to continue to stay in the activity and make sure that others who want to join are also in the same healthy position.
Has debate helped you nurture or develop skills that are outside like the debate room?
Yes, debate is not less than just arguing, or not just arguing itself, but it also teaches you how to think about things differently, how to view and take different perspectives on certain issues. I think that debate is more than just talking, but also how you can read, write, and just engage in different ways.
How were you as a student before you joined debate? Have you changed as a student now?
Yeah, after joining debate, I have been more I guess, active in the certain clubs that I take part in, that I'm not just going straight home, but rather I'm part of the National Honor Society now. I've been gaining better grades, et cetera, et cetera.
What have you learned from like debating or like your experience like with trying to balance your schoolwork but also like with debate?
So balancing school and debate is very hard, but I find that doing debate makes schoolwork easier. So I think that it's a win-win situation.
Okay, so how would you recommend debaters to like transfer their skills of advocacy to prepare them for like their career or something that they're trying to pursue?
I think debaters shouldn't view debate as an isolated activity, but rather as a larger or smaller part of the world, because people view debate as just us going to a certain classroom to just talk about issues, but those issues can be or can spill over, to the larger community. And I think that people need to realize that debate can be used in the real world.
What are some of your long-term career goals, and what are you doing right now to prepare for that?
So some of my long-term career goals are getting a good career. I think that right now I'm trying to pursue being a lawyer. That may change, but for right now I think I'm pretty set on that. And I think debate has helped me become a lawyer, just not just arguing skills, but also just critical thinking.
How do you manage mixing your political beliefs and all like or orientations with your career? And is it like wise for you to keep it separate from what you feel that doesn't portray your identity?
I think that so that's an issue I've also had, trying to reconcile the theory that I read while also grounding that in the forms of like political spheres that I also try to engage in. I think that I put my political beliefs first and back that with the theory that I read. I've just recently had a talk with Elijah Smith, who's also a really good debater, and he's told me that your political or like things that happen politically give validation to the theory that you read. So I find that focusing on your political beliefs first and backing that with the theory is helpful.
What book has influenced you the most and why?
So I think Saidiya Hartman's Venus in Two Acts, or Fred Moten and Harney's book The Undercommon are both really helpful books, because I think that although they're really abstract and theoretical, I think they give good backing as to how we can maneuver within the world and just think about things differently. I think The Undercommon teaches you that things aren't just there are like different microcosms within a larger system, and I think that understanding that is helpful in the way in which you go about thinking.
And like before we leave, is there anything else that you think is important for student debaters in order to know?
It will be hard, and I think that although the world is set in opposition to you, especially coming from Newark, and you have limited resources, I think that understanding to continue to push and endure and sustain yourself within those forms of violence, to continue to find self-care as you go about your journey, I think is really important, because the world will continue to tell you to not keep going forward and to not keep pushing yourself. I think that continuing to find forms of self-care and love within yourself and within your community is a good start to having a better, successful career.
Quick question. When you say self-care, what do you mean?
Self-care as in, for me, it was mental health. So I think that I've always been bogged down by the idea that no matter what you're saying on the flow in debate, or like what arguments you're making, no matter if you're winning, you will still lose. Coming from Newark, your identity, who you are racially, I think that you will still lose no matter if you're winning on the flow. I think that not being bogged down by that and continuing to endure and better yourself is the forms of self-care that I'm talking about.
Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you all for taking the time to share your knowledge and expertise with us here at the Newark Debater and viewers at home. But before we go, let's play a game.
In this game, we're going to attempt to give a promptu speech, which is a speech that is given with like no preparation time, and we're gonna try not to get distracted by one another.
I'll go first. Ready, go.
Gummy bears are better than hard candy.
Gummy bears are better than hard candy because you can chew them better and they are actually tasteful. Like even if the gelatin, is a factor, like I can still eat the gelatin. Like gelatin doesn't matter to me.
Really?
The chewiness is allows me to eat more. It's allowed me to eat more. Like I don't care about the calories. Like I'm allowed to eat more, and because I'm allowed to eat more, I'm allowed to have a more satisfactory eating. And because I'm allowed to have a satisfactory eating, I'm happier for myself. I'm happy with myself.
Wow, thank you, Aziz.
Okay, my turn. Easy.
Pound cake or Nigerian cake?
I never had
What?
the Nigerian cake.
Oh my God! Say pound cake. Nigerian cake is the nastiest thing to ever be in
Cotton candy or chocolate?
Empanadas or pasteles. Is that what it's called?
McDonald's or Burger King?
Stop.
McDonald's or Burger King?
Empanadas are. What is the other one?
Those are two different cultures. No, stop.
McDonald's or Burger King? Go.
I never had Burger King.
What?
I should have had that discussion.
Alright, how about this? Dogs are better than cats.
Chicken is good. It's so
Oh my,
soft.
dogs are better than cats.
Yeah.
They are better than cats.
So I can
Don't say anything better than this.
Dogs are better than cats because dogs
Dogs
behave.
Dogs are
Dogs do
better
more
than
than
Dogs
dogs
are the
don't.
cats
No,
that
dogs
hold
don't.
the
Cats are so cute.
You got distracted. Next.
What's your topic?
Is black a shade or color?
Oh, black is definitely a color.
No,
Black is definitely a color. Black is a color because it's shade. Even though shade has the spectrum of from white to black, I think black is black enough to be a color because gray would be considered a shade because it's not just gray, but there's also different. Like there's 50 shades of gray, right? But when it comes to black, black is one set solid color, and white is also one solid color. So I think since it's on the end of the spectrum, I think black would be a solid color.
No. That crush on it.
All right, and that's it for the North Debater. Remember, you can subscribe to us at our YouTube channel, and you can go to our Gmail at the North Debater at gmail.com. And yeah,
And if your friends or anybody else is like more interested into our channel, then they're feel free to like let them know about it.
Yo, you sound bad still.
No, we haven't done this in a long time.
What is this? I was about to say subscribe.
no, you're saying that
I hope you enjoyed this video.
that's what you're saying.
And don't forget to mention we had fun. Don't
Wait, no,
forget.
don't
That's great.
Don't say video, say today's show.
Hope you enjoyed today's show. Comment when you're ready. I hope you guys enjoyed today's show.
And you can subscribe to us down below. And also, you can reach our email at thenorthdebater@gmail.com. And we hope you had a great show today. And I hope you guys at home enjoyed what we were saying. Thank you.
Bye. Toodles.